Start now. Okay, now we're recording. Cool. Okay, let me get my drink. Hey, welcome to another episode of You Do Comedy. Today's guest is Aubrey Fortson. Today we have a topic that we announced around as competition. Many comics have been in competitions. They have won, they have lost. And like my first time, I didn't know. So we talk about how that works, really. Also, it kind of messed up on the video. I tried to charge my phone while it was recording. Well, there's not a full lot of video on this one. But yeah, hear the whole audio, hear the whole interview. It's pretty good. I'm not going to brag. If you like this channel, if you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have a question about anything. I might not be able to answer it, but I might be able to get a comic in the scene who can. If you are a comic and you're listening to this and you want to be on the podcast, hey, message me also. It'd be great to start doing some interviews with out-of-towners. We're going to be taking a little break here. Next episode won't be coming out till after the new year. So that'll be January 6th when we come back from the break. Other than that, enjoy this episode.
Cool. Hi.
Cool. What's up?
Chilling.
I just hang on. All right. Now I'm ready. Now I'm officially ready.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for the Sonic drink.
You're welcome.
The show is not sponsored by Sonic, but if it wants to be.
You should employ this guy. I mean, look at that.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me now. Yeah. All right. So welcome to the You Do Comedy podcast.
Yeah.
It's for anyone's first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a podcast about tips for like newbies, a little past experience, just to hear how everyone started, what they did,
Okay.
stuff like that.
All right. Cool.
There was actually there was in one of the those comedy forums. What was it called? Displaced Comedians on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was actually like, "Man, any tips for newbies and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Oh, this is perfect. I have a podcast about this."
Yeah.
But it got flagged as being spam.
Oh, that's rude.
I know.
You're just trying to help.
I know. I ended up messaging the guy directly. So hopefully he's watched it. And then a couple other people asked him, like, all right, here you go. So I hope there's good info on there.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the most common things, people are always asking, like, how do you do it? How do I do it? What can I do?
Right? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Those were my questions.
Yeah.
There's everyone's questions. And hopefully it helps. Because it's more than just how or where.
Mm-hmm.
Because then people want to ask, like, well, am I funny? Are my jokes funny? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
You'll know.
yeah.
You'll absolutely know.
Yeah. So this particular episode, because we did that competition, or you were judging the competition.
I was judging.
A couple weeks ago. So that's what I want to talk about. Like, because I know when you first start, like for me,
Mm-hmm.
you did a competition and you kind of feel like you have to feel a little confident. You can't feel,
Absolutely.
and then you think you did great. And then you see other people
Mm-hmm.
who you think like they weren't that great, but then they beat you. And
Yep.
there's more to it than just did people laugh. So we'll get into that.
Yeah.
First, the introductory question here.
Okay.
So how did you start comedy? Like the backstory, give us your origin.
Okay. So my supervillain origin story is I'd always wanted to do comedy since I was like a kid. My mom gave birth telling Bill Cosby himself jokes, which now, but I'd always wanted to. Like I was raised on George Carlin and Bill Hicks and pretty much every comic that gross people at bars who, once they find out that I do comedy, they're like, "Oh, have you ever heard of Bill Hicks?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I have. But yeah, I grew up like doing that or watching that and Comedy Central, and I just never thought I had any kind of point of view or could. I didn't think anyone would listen to me. And then finally, when I was like 27, I was sitting in an office doing my job and then listening to, I think, Jen Kirkman on like a Pandora station. And she was like saying shit that I had already said.
Like what kind of like?
She was talking about like her weird ideas about how she thinks that like she's gonna kill her friends, like just like randomly, or like there was a joke about a clown and like a clown killing something, and it was so off the wall, but it was also like stuff that I had thought or said, and not even in like a serious manner, just that kind of weird train of thought, and the fact that somebody had like said that and was making money as a comic.
You're like, I talk about clowns too, killing people.
What?
Like, I want to murder my friend.
For me. So then it was like I tried to figure out how to do it here, but I just couldn't find anywhere where, baby comics or people who were trying
Vegas.
to. Yeah.
So I was like, how long ago was that? Like 4 or 5 years, something like that, right?
More now.
More now?
8 years ago.
8
years.
Wow, so you've been doing it for 8 years?
No, I've been doing it for 4. So
you took a
when
little
I was
break.
27, I wanted to do it. I had no idea how. I was in a not great relationship, and I was trying to figure out like, how do I do this? And then it was on like the back burner of like, and I would like look up through, Facebook groups or whatever, and like try to Google things to figure out where like I actually could, and I couldn't find it. So I just stopped trying to look. And then when I was 30, after the not great relationship ended, I moved to Reno.
Okay. And then that's where you really started?
That's where I started.
Okay.
So I moved to Reno, completely pretty much by myself. Didn't know anybody other than like 2 people. And a friend of mine who worked at a bar gave me a trivia night. So he gave me a night where I could do anything I wanted. Ooh. And I was like, trivia seems like it would like bring money in for the bar, and it'd be something to do. And then I met someone else at a different bar. Lots of bars. I
like bars.
And he was doing a theater production of something. And then he's like, oh, hey, I heard about this open mic. And it was the very first open mic that this bar had ever done. And it was my very first open mic.
Okay, so once you realized like I want to do this,
yeah,
it took you 4 years to actually do it.
Yeah.
Wow, you did other stuff before that. That's kind of like some people do comedy and then they do other stuff. You're like, nah.
Well, no, it didn't take me 4 years. Like once I moved to Reno, it was pretty much.
Well, 4 years from the concept, the idea, the concept, what is that the right? Oh, I need to stop saying big words. I can't. So for like basically 4 years from the thought, you were like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
It happened. Okay.
Well, 3.
3. Okay.
3.
Can't math.
Yeah. 3 years.
And how'd that open mic go?
It went really well, actually. Like I got to the bar. I didn't know. I finally found the person with the paper, so I could sign up. And then I chugged 2 beers, and then signed up. And then waited, and it was Reno, so there was only like 10 people.
That's all right.
Yeah, and I went up, I think, like 8th.
Okay. Did you have to chug more beers, or?
No, I only let myself have the 2.
And you just knocked them out all at the start?
I just chugged them, and then...
Carry me through the end.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And this was before I was a heavy drinker, so I was just like, all right, do this. Got my liquid courage. And then there were people there that were funny. There were people there that bombed horribly. And I had all of this material like planned out. I think I did maybe 2 jokes that I actually like thought of. And then I just saw some guy who was in the audience who looked like someone who like was a regular at this bar that's known for benders.
Okay.
Just like it's 24/7 bar, so you could be there and it's dark.
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just told the story of my first bender. And it was funny.
Have you ever told that story again?
No, not on stage.
Are you going to? You should. Now I kind of want to hear it. I want to hear the story.
Okay. It involved me almost getting a tattoo. Almost getting a matching tattoo.
Almost, but you didn't.
I didn't. It seems like it's really like Reno specific. Like
no, I feel like it'd be Vegas specific too. I mean, how many people get drunk and end up with a tattoo here?
Right. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it might be, but and afterward the host, he told me, he was like, that was your first time doing comedy? And I was like, mm-hmm. And he's like, it didn't seem like it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's impressive.
Yeah. So I had some presence on stage, which was nice.
That is nice. That is very nice. I know that's one of my struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a big nod. You were,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
No,
like,
you're not wrong.
It's not. It just depends. Like I mean, I struggle with that too. But that's part of comedy is getting attention and having that like immediate reaction.
Very true. Like, hang on, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I forgot to plug in the phone so it wouldn't die.
Well, hopefully
and then
didn't.
I moved the laptop, and then the last time I like barely budged the laptop, the recording stopped. Still right now, it's still recording. It's going good. So
good. All right.
I just hope the phone is still. We're probably good.
Okay.
We're like I don't care. Like I care, but I don't care enough to stop.
To check and make sure and
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how I feel about makeup. Like I'll care, and then if it just, I got shit to do.
Right. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so before I get us off track.
Okay.
It was presents. Presents. Okay. So you have presents, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Something I am not. Sometimes I have good moments. I've realized one beer is my trick. One beer.
Just one.
Just one. And then the second beer, have it with me.
Okay.
So
you have something to like play with like.
Because I like to fidget. I like to be on my phone, play Candy Crush or something, even in conversation, just because I gotta, Which I watched some video on TikTok about people with ADHD, and I'm like, wait a minute, I do a lot of that stuff. I think I have ADHD.
It's possible.
It's possible.
But don't self-diagnose.
It's. I mean, I'm not taking 100% serious.
Yeah.
I'll go to my doctor and I'll be like, hey, so can I get that Ritalin? Because
you're going to be paying probably roughly the same if you did just self-diagnose and got it off the street.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be doing drug deals with 10-year-olds. Like,
yeah,
I might get jumped.
Yeah. Because
I can't really hit. I mean, I can hit them, but then I go to jail.
Hey, Skylar. You got that shit? Skylar?
Do you actually know a kid named Skylar?
Probably.
Okay. I feel like a Skylar actually would have it.
Right.
Skylar sounds like, even if he doesn't have it, I feel like the mom got it. Just
His mom's named Ashley with 2 E's.
2 E's.
2 E's.
And an I.
Yeah.
And
she does hot yoga, and she would fuck you up.
If you do hot yoga, I don't get how people do that. I mean, it's hot. That alone is enough. Like, I barely want to work out, and then you want to make it hot.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get, like, sweating is good for you, and releasing toxins and all that crap, but it still just seems too much.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like I would pass out.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's doing the Ritalin to focus.
There you go.
So it's not even forced. So Skylar's not getting the help he needs.
No.
Fuck. I feel bad for Skylar.
Yeah. Poor Skylar.
But not enough to call CPS.
Yeah.
Not my kid.
That's
fair. Uh, so we're, so before okay, so before see, maybe I do have ADHD because we just went off topic. Maybe I do because we're talking about presents. All right, so
Yeah.
like I said,
2 beers.
yes, 2 beers. That's first beer, I drink it before. Second beer is my little, go-to thing, my little recharge. And I mean, I guess lately it's been working. I think also it's been these are older jokes with new tags and stuff, so it feels more comfortable than a new one.
Right.
So the competition. All right, so the competition we're judging. So you were saying I made your top 4.
Yeah.
What's up? 4. And that's like, so like I said, like when you don't know and all you're going is off of laughter, people might laugh, but then you hear someone else and they don't get as much laughter and you're thinking like, well, why did he do better? But there's other things to it.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to talk about. Cause like, I don't know, what do you recommend as far as competition? Do you think that go to your first one as soon as you can? Wait, like what is your opinion?
Yeah, rip off that Band-Aid, because the very first competition that I ever did was like a couple years in, or 3 years in, actually. It was last May. And that hurt my feelings so bad.
Which one was it?
So, I did one at the Pioneer Underground in Reno.
Ooh.
And it was for the There Goes the Comedy Neighborhood or something. And it was a chance to get on at, I can't even remember because I blocked it out. It was too painful.
Trauma.
I think it was Punchline. Okay. In San Francisco. And it was a chance to actually like get on and perform there, which of course, bigger venue, San Francisco. That's what you want to do, right?
That is the goal. Yeah.
That is the goal. And I, like you, I had more laughter during my set. But other people advanced.
Who didn't get as much laughter.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was also a bringer show.
Yeah, those shows.
Yeah.
Those. Oof.
Yep.
All right, we'll go back to that.
Yeah, bringer show. That was factored into if you progressed. And
wait, that was a factor. So if you brought more people, you get like 1 extra point towards your score. That's messed up. Like I feel like.
Yeah.
I no, that's messed up. I can understand. Okay, it's a bringer show, and you bring people, and there's more people there, so more people laughed at you. Okay, like if you factor in the audience reaction.
Yeah.
But the simple fact you brought more people, so you get extra. That's stupid.
But that's also like, oh, these people came to see you do comedy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, what like what are the rules? Like, is it supposed who brings the most people wins, or is the funniest person wins?
It's supposed to be funniest person, but then you get a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, I mean,
because they were judging your jokes or whatever, and I'd been super nervous all week, and I'd like asked all of these people to come, and I had all these people who were like, yeah, I'll totally be there, I'll be there, and then the day that it happened, I had one person show. Yeah. And
where are you guys at? She didn't forget.
Yeah.
She didn't forget. We're gonna find you guys.
It's fine. A few of them had like wedding stuff to do. It was before the world shut down. It was fine. Except that also made me really sad.
So did you know before the competition it was a bringer, and then that factors into your score kind of thing?
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that was part of it.
You guys really let her down.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Who got married on that day?
It wasn't on that day. It was like within a week. So they were last minute wedding preparation. And then, like, they were the only ones that I was like, yeah, that's fair. Pass.
Are they still married?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were the only ones that I was like, I get it. Everyone else that told me, I was like, all right, I see you.
Yeah, that's why I don't even invite people out. Like, I only invite, like 2 particular friends. Because they come out. Everybody else, yeah, you say you want to come. But then when it's time, you're off getting married.
I mean, like, I understand that people have lives, and it's hard because this is also a very like ego driven thing.
Yeah.
Because you are hoping that you are funnier. You're hoping that you somehow advance. You're hoping that someone like you notices you and gives you a big break, and you hope that this is all what it is. And like having that need to bring laughter, it also factors into how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, right. Because it hurts when people don't laugh at your jokes. You're like,
yeah.
And then it hurts more when people laugh at your jokes and then you don't advance. like how that doesn't make sense.
Okay, so how did you feel about the the competition?
I felt pretty good. I mean, like I said, I was paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I heard laughters. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I was I caught some of the judges' eyes and stuff, and I heard them laugh. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're on a good pace.
Yeah.
Like personally, I feel like I did pretty good. Like, I really do think it was like one of my better performances. Like I was actually, like I don't want to be super energetic on stage, but also and like I kind of like being just low key. But I guess sometimes you can't do that until you get to make a name for yourself. But
because there is an art to that. Like being like a chill presence, having like, even if that is like part of your like on stage character, like having that, but also maintaining energy, because you still have to maintain an energy. You still have to have a flow. You still have to have that. And that is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah. Have you heard of Nate Bargatze?
Mm-hmm.
So I like his style a lot.
Okay.
So that's where I would like to be, because his is just chill,
mm-hmm.
relax. But and his voice is just it flows well.
Yeah.
So I'm not there, but I just want to be chill enough for him. Just
Yeah, but it is also a learning process.
Yeah.
Like
takes a while.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
Absolutely.
As much as you don't want to, it takes a while.
You absolutely have to put aside your own ego and know that you still have work to do. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing. Like it's work. Even if you think that a joke is super funny, like it still has to translate to other people.
Yeah.
And it still has to have some sort of meaning. Like a lot of people they're looking for that relatability, or they're looking for that punchline.
Yeah, it's got to resonate with them in some way.
Yeah. And like when you're on stage, if you hit it, like if you absolutely just like murdered all of your bits, you absolutely know. Mm-hmm. Like there is a feeling that you will never get like beyond that just, I don't know, it just makes you feel so good. I feel like just autopilot, like these are just jokes are just coming out now. I'm not thinking about, all right, which one's next or nothing. Just bam, mm-hmm. boom, bam, we're rolling. Just being on it and just mm-hmm. like whatever happens, whatever comes out of your mouth, like just having that.
You're in the zone.
That's so great.
Yeah, it is great because you're in the zone. Sometimes you don't even start doing your jokes. You just drift off for mm-hmm. a little side tangent, crowd work, and bam, it's working too. Then you go back and you're just like, wow, it's the magic.
Mm-hmm. I miss it so much.
I know, right? I did another competition the very next day.
Oh.
I did the U.S. comedy contest thing.
Okay.
That was a virtual one.
Okay.
Also like a bringer show, because like they want you to bring people
mm-hmm.
to watch a Zoom show, which we know is kind of difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, and the audience votes. The audience votes for the winner, unlike the past where it was the judges. Mm-hmm. The audience votes.
Okay.
It was a bringer show, and one person definitely brought people because they got 75% of the votes. So like, I think I vote wise, I think I was third or fourth.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. And I only had like only one. Like I invited a friend, and they did like a group watch. So it was like 4 people. Mm-hmm. So I only got 1 vote.
No.
But I still came in like third or fourth vote wise. There's like 50 people watching. I'm like, oh, you know what? Hey.
That's not bad at all. See, you should be proud.
I am proud. I am.
Yeah. Although if you do have to go to like a virtual like bringer show, watch in separate rooms so you can vote for your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
It's hard, you guys.
Yeah. Okay, you can do that. You can do that at a wedding while you're at a wedding. Just like, hey, mute it. You don't even gotta listen. Just mute it when the vote comes up.
Yeah.
So okay. So back to your competition though.
Yeah.
Because okay. So did you get feedback on it? Did you ask for feedback?
No, I didn't. I didn't get any feedback. Which if you are going to have that kind of competition, like I feel like they should. Like I feel like that should be something. Because obviously, if you're in a competition, you want it. Like you're not just there just to do something. Like you want to be there and you want to improve. And if you don't think you're good enough, because that was the first one I'd ever done, I didn't think I was good enough. And I was like, okay, I have 3 years. Like, it's a possibility. And of course, like there were mediocre white guys who they beat me, and they did. And that hurt. I was like, you're mediocre fucking white guys. Like they can barely do well at mics. And yet, all right.
Yeah, I remember the first one I did was actually it was one that Tom Baum was doing.
Okay.
It was like almost a year ago to the day actually, because it was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Harrison Dye won it that night. I think he was on the show.
Okay.
I think he won it, and I remember like I was new, so I definitely I think it was only like 2-3 months in, so I definitely didn't have a flow. I had some jokes that were funny, but I was like, all right, let me just see and try. Let me I had a few laughs. I remember he had a few laughs.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my friends even saying like he was funny, but I don't think he was the funniest. But he's the one who won,
right?
Or second. He definitely placed high. Oh, it was Ray Too Funny that won. Then what? Yeah, it was Ray Too Funny actually. He was in from New York or Texas at the time.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he was here for like a week or so, from a trip from Texas. But yeah, he won it actually. So he won it, and I remember like I heard his jokes like previous at Goldmine that same week. Not my style. I get the
Yeah.
And my friend was like, yeah, I mean, I don't really think he was that funny.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend was honest. So she's like, I don't think you should have won either, but I thought you were funnier. So
that's a good friend.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So let's break down these competitions because you were
I was the only girl.
Yeah, but you were a judge.
Yes. Okay.
Why was that
Sorry,
so hard to think of?
I thought we were talking about my competition. Now we're going back to the other one. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no. All right. Let's not let my ADHD and now that I'm like on a sugar high.
Yeah.
Let's finish your story first.
Thank you, Sonic.
Sponsor us, Sonic. I'll do it for I'll do it for free. Just give me free drinks. It's free advertising.
Yeah, but you should get paid.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Don't get paid in exposure dollars and cavities.
Pay for my dental. Okay, so let's finish your story before.
All
right. So you did it. Mediocre white guys.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get feedback.
No.
Did you ask for feedback or no?
I couldn't find the judges. They were talking to the people who won. I did get feedback from one of my friends who was in the room, who was actually watching.
Also a comedian or?
Also a comedian.
Okay.
And he said I did well, and he also didn't advance the next week. So it was 2 different weeks of this competition. He lost to a child. So his was a little bit worse.
Like, man, those kids, like when a kid beats you,
yeah,
that's like, kid, you have like no life experience. Like how?
Yeah. Obviously, like the dad jokes are, working, but that's the other thing is that comedy is subjective.
Yeah.
And if, you don't have friends who go support you, it's also that, your friends need to be honest with you, and you also need to be honest with yourself. And I think sometimes our own ego gets in the way when it comes to these competitions because, we're like, but I was better than that person. Yeah, but, maybe you're not what the judges are looking for. So when you do finally win or, you do get to like second or third place, then it'll feel that much better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I feel like you got to work on yourself. So it's not just that one judge, that one particular judge. Oh, I like what you're saying, but everyone can relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is subjective but you want to have a large target audience. You want it to reach,
Yeah.
a bunch of people, not just one small, niche.
I think like niche though is fine.
I'm not saying it's wrong,
Yeah.
but like I personally like it to reach a bunch of people.
Okay, so you want to be the Joe Biden tent of comedy. Democratic primary.
Let's back it up here. Whoa. I mean, like, oof, how do I answer this in a delicate fashion? I just want I want to have a good joke that's good enough that I can tell it anywhere and it's gonna work.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
I don't want to have to like look at a room and be like, oh, I can't do that joke because I can't sell it to this crowd. I want to be able to be good enough that any crowd can be like, I don't personally relate to that joke, but I know someone who does, and it's funny.
Yeah.
So I just want,
Or
does that make me Joe Biden still?
no.
Thank you.
No.
Sonic, we're good.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I mean that's also part of the hard. That's the hard part is being able to appeal to everybody, even if they may not necessarily get the joke, but they understand that it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like they may not laugh as hard as somebody who personally like recognizes themselves in that joke, but yeah.
But you want laughter, that's how it spreads. Because then they'll be like, "Oh man, this guy had this joke and it reminded me of you," and then they listen and they become a real fan. Yeah, just marketing. Yeah. So okay, so you didn't get. What do you think it was about your competition what do you feel like held you back? I mean, besides the bringer.
Well, okay, so when I got there, they were like it I don't want to say this because politics.
They probably forgot about it.
It's true, but it felt really disorganized, and that's fine. Like stuff happens, but I was originally supposed to go up 4th, and then because I brought someone, I ended up going up like I was supposed to be 3rd, and then they called me out 2nd. So I was still preparing backstage, and then I immediately had to like drop all my stuff and then go out. And so I was already nervous, and then I was even more nervous, and you could see my nerves.
Our presence wasn't there that time.
No. And I decided to, instead of going with a bit that I knew, I decided to add to it. So I was adding new material on an old bit that I shouldn't have done.
No?
So, yeah, that was my fault. It was absolutely my fault.
The crowd didn't receive it well?
No, I mean, I got laughs for it, but because it was new, before I tested that out, I was like, well, this is going to be super funny. Okay, I'm going to do this. And as opposed to just like being comfortable and like owning my space or whatever. I screwed myself as much as I felt like they probably also screwed me.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Like, when that nervousness hits and you're just like, what do I say next? I did that at that one competition I did. I was making some jokes, and then that's how my diabetes routine came from that. I forget what I said, but I made the joke about like, oh, they're not gonna feel it, like the toe part. And then I got laughs, and then I got a whole diabetes little bit out of it also.
Yeah.
There's magic.
There's magic.
Probably, like you said, not be testing new stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Maybe don't do that.
No. Definitely not. But you learned your lesson.
I did. I learned my lesson. I haven't done any competition since.
No?
Because I have a very fragile ego.
I mean...
Well, that and then I moved here.
Yeah, but I mean... Are you going to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When?
I don't know.
Okay.
When things happen again.
Well, Mike Tran's having his mic on Tuesday, and that's a competition.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's more low key. Like, well, okay, no, that's not true. I did win a competition here.
Which one?
When Huntridge was doing.
Oh, that's right.
It was right before the shutdown.
That's right. I remember that one.
Yeah, and I got to be on a showcase.
Yeah, I remember because I did that one, and then I was really unprepared for that one. I was, yeah. All right, so look at you. See? Yeah. you know.
I forgot. It was just a lower stakes one as opposed to like possibly performing in front of a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, true. But I'm guessing, did you feel less pressure then? Less nervousness because it was a lower stake, so to say?
Yeah, I mean...
Or did you feel just as much pressure? Because the competition was a bringer show. People, you know... And then this one's is your peers. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone that you go into the mics with.
I feel like that would made me feel like I was at home now within like the Vegas comedy scene.
So all of us giving looks like, damn it, Aubrey won.
Damn it.
But you're like, bitch, I won.
I was like,
right. I technically also won when Marcus Dietz was doing his mic. He had a competition. I think I came in second or something, and the guy who won apparently left. So by default, I got it. And then the next week, that same Friday was the shutdown.
Oh no!
So I never got my feature. I should have brought this up when I had him on the show.
You absolutely should.
I just remembered it.
Just message him right now.
Like, all right. Well, phones, but
after,
yeah. So that was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's go back to your competition.
Which one?
Well, okay.
I need to stop this.
The latest ones.
I need to.
Yeah, that's too much.
I will work backwards then.
Okay.
We'll do. So I did the Zoom one, the comedy U.S. comedy contest one. I did the Zoom one. Like I said, one guy got a bunch of votes. So in my head, I'm thinking, because they want you to promote it, invite people. So I'm thinking like he invited a bunch of people. You know. He was also a white guy. I would say mediocre. Fucking
mediocre white guys.
All right, for real, fuck them guys.
Mediocre white
guys. There's I'm just looking at Ryan. He's like, Ryan's white. I hope he doesn't hear the white part.
Aww.
Well, not like that. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just sort of
move on.
Okay. So yeah. So the guy won. Like, he had like 70 votes. So he might, like, when I heard, like, I've done this enough to at least I hear when someone's newer, because I was in the 2 year and under category.
Okay.
So I've done this enough where I know, like, oh yeah, they're pretty new. Those I get. Those are the type of jokes that all the newbies do. The dark, really offensive stuff. All right, cool.
You don't have to.
No, but we go. It's a phase. It's like going through a phase. You know. Mm-hmm. It's like when you go through your emo phase.
It's fine.
And then you go back to it. Because emo never dies. Yeah. So, like, I didn't really find a lot of his jokes funny. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them were just sitting in their chair telling their jokes. He was like, just like on the camera. So I was like, there wasn't really a presence. There wasn't really. I just personally don't feel like he should have won. There was someone else. I was like, all right, got second. Like, I feel like she should have won.
Yeah.
So that did hurt. I'm like, damn, yeah.
It sucks.
It does suck.
It sucks.
It does suck. It sucks. Yeah, I mean.
But also take it as an opportunity for growth.
True. You have to.
I mean, there are people who are famous who are making money off of this that I personally don't find funny.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, but someone does. Mm-hmm. They probably went. The sugar is not.
No, it's not.
The sugar is not.
Anything
No, it's not agreeing with me right now. Like. Okay. Okay. So the Zoom show ended. There was like only 6 of us, and honestly, like, there's only one person I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. The others, like, they were the dark family jokes, you know, like dead baby kind of jokes and stuff. And I'm just like, I get it. People like it and laugh. Like, I've done those jokes. I get it. I don't know where my mentality was with this. I was like, because I did my introvert, the dating one I've been doing.
Okay.
The marriage jokes, you know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do those dark jokes. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do these jokes anymore. And if I do them, I got to revamp them in a different way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where my head was at. Like, did I feel like I was more mature than them comedy-wise to be with that group? Or am I just petty? I think I'm petty.
I think you're petty.
I think I'm petty.
Yeah.
I mean, because I lost. So yeah, definitely petty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. At least you could admit that about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing that sucks so much about your own ego and doing this is that it's so subjective.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
But that's also the way that you can lie to yourself.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. They just weren't your niche.
Okay, that's true. But then again, I'm talking about like I want to be widespread, you know? Like,
Well, yeah, but you're getting there. You're like, it's still, again, like...
It's a process.
I've been doing this for 4 years. Like, I'm not by any means anybody that should lecture somebody on how to do comedy.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, like they say, it takes people like 7 years just to find their voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the big timers, by the time they make it big, they've been doing like 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, like any other job, 20 years, you're about to retire.
Exactly.
And then here we're all like, finally made it.
Yay.
You know?
I get a show on CNN.
Yeah. Or Netflix.
Or Netflix.
Or Amazon.
Or Quibi.
I've never... What? Quibi?
Quibi,
the 15-minute one?
Yeah.
They think they're shut down.
Yeah, they already did. They were released for like a month, but that would be like my luck with this year.
Oh, I guess that would be my luck too. Like just like the Gold Mine competition, you got a show.
Hey.
And we're canceled.
Mm-hmm. That's how I felt because I moved here for the opportunity.
Oh,
So it was like,
that's right. Because you moved back.
Yeah, Vegas has more mics and more opportunities for showcases, and you know, I'd actually be able to focus on it and not have to do trivia. And then
that was going good for 2 months.
Yeah.
In the lockdown, yeah.
And then I watched some online showcases and like Zoom shows, and I just don't get it.
I don't get the Zoom shows. I do get the feedback ones. You know, I do jokes in front of people, other comedians, and they're gonna critique you and give you some pointers and like, oh, here, try this tag. So I get those ones, but the show ones,
yeah,
it's just weird and awkward, and it's.
I mean, if it works for you, then great, that's awesome. Yeah. But I don't. I like to be able to move around and, you know, interact with people, and right. I don't feel like you can.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm watching it wrong.
I don't know. Just not the right one. It's not our niche.
It's okay.
Yeah. So the other competition is the one you judged. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'll let you take over because you were the judge.
Okay. So
give me some feedback.
All right. So when I was watching, I was actually like trying to judge people because I think I was the only actual like comic. I think. No,
it was Bruce or Charlie.
Bruce and Charlie were? Okay, good.
It was one or the other, or maybe it was both. I don't know. Okay. But definitely one of them.
Okay. So that's good. But like I didn't, from the ones that I noticed when Steve was going around, there weren't that many comics who were judging. And it's awkward enough because peers. But I was going off of if people went over time. I was going off of how comfortable. So I was going off stage presence. If your jokes landed. How you were able to roll with the punches. How much how much energy you had in addition to stage presence. And if I thought you were funny. And I am tough. I am a tough laugh when it comes to comics. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
Have I ever heard you laugh at my joke?
I don't know. It's usually in a dark, crowded, loud bar, so.
Yeah, but I'm thinking now. Maybe that'll be my goal for 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make me laugh. Yeah. But that's what I was basing everything off of. And like there were people who had really good sets that they went over time, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to vote for you.
So you just qualified them if they went over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How many people went over time?
3.
Really? Wow. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like anyone really went. I mean, that 1 minute. Like when I get the 1 minute line, at that point I'm like,
let's wrap it up.
It's pretty much. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. Mm-hmm. Unless I know for a fact this one joke is short.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't try to push it because I'm like.
Yeah, finish whatever thought you have. Like, I mean, like and I think one other person did like 2 minutes. So they went like super under time.
I do remember. What was his name? Penny Prince.
Yeah.
He was like, it's too cold. I'm out. And like, I don't blame the guy. I was like, oof.
Yeah, I get it, but also everyone else did their. Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, like rebar was cold those nights. Oh.
Oh yeah.
And those were some cold nights.
Yeah, they were. But miss rebar.
Oh, yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
All right. So you were great in the competition.
Mm-hmm.
How did I score?
So you were 4th.
Right. Okay.
So you were 4th, and I think Kevin won, and I think it was unanimous around like with everyone. And like I'd never seen Kevin before, because again I'm new, and then the whole shutdown happened. So I feel like
I've done Steve's competition twice.
Okay.
Kevin's won both those times that I was there. So yeah.
Go Gimli. But yeah, like everything that he said. It was relatable. It was funny. He had good presence. Like, he was moving around, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard of the guy. He's funny. I remember my friend, because I was with friends, and then they went inside, and I didn't want to be rude, because, you know, she just, all she did was go to the bathroom and come back. And she's like, oh, my God, that guy's hilarious. And it was Kevin. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so let's go back to my presence on stage. Because, again, that's with presence, because I don't want to do like the whole. Be loud.
You don't have to do that. I think presence is also connecting with the audience, so it's a way for you to. And I'm bad about it too, because I get nervous, and so like it's easier for me to stare down than it is for me to be like confidently like looking out at people. Like even if you don't focus on one person, like it's having to. I realize that I'm covering my face up with that. But like looking out and like having some sort of focal point, even if you're not looking at somebody else, just so that way, like you're looking out at the audience. And so they feel like you're connecting with them.
I do remember like, what was it? I guess from public speaking classes and things or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like looking at the crowd, trying to like make some kind of eye contact, but not eye contact.
Yeah.
But just enough to like look at this table.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this table.
Yeah. And like being grounded on the stage, feeling comfortable. Like that's something that people can sense. And even if it is part of your like character on stage to be nervous or awkward or whatever, because that all has a place in comedy. It just depends on how comfortable you are.
Yeah. Like in my head, ideally, I would just be like just pacing, just a little pacing, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then
but you gotta sell it. You gotta.
You have to commit to the bit, and I think that's a lot of times like when you fail, when you bomb super hard, like even if like you're able to turn it around, like you have to commit to whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
And if there's not 100% commitment there, like it's gonna fail, or it'll just be like,
Yeah. Just like in the same conversation. Like I don't gotta listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so cool.
So that's a way of selling it.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta have the confidence in your voice, and then the confidence in your little bit of swag, and
Commit to the bit, man.
I do know. I guess like my diabetes is the most energetic part I have of that joke, because I gotta do a little. To be honest, I don't even like to do that part. Like a joke, I do, but the whole extra, the pop, no, don't really care for it.
Then cut it.
No, I mean, when I find a way to do it without having to do it, yeah. Once it evolves to the point where I can just tell that joke and just not have to do, a little extra.
Okay.
Because right now it works. I guess it helps because, some people like showmanship. You got to act it out which I'm not really big on acting it out.
Okay.
But growing pains, I guess,
Yeah.
if it's working, use it. And then one day, once I figure it out, like, all right, cool, I got it without having to do that.
Yeah. But if you have a bit that's working, wouldn't it be better to do it in your set, even if it's not your most favorite one?
Yeah, and I do it.
No?
I mean, no, the bit itself, I like it. It's the action, the physical motions of it I don't like to do.
Okay.
That's, yeah. Because I do a little kick when I talk about rolling.
Yeah.
I do the pop, which it's not like it's a bunch of stuff, but I'd rather not.
All right, fair. I mean, it's your bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. We were at we were talking about judging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how was my presence overall? How about let's start
That was
there.
the most comfortable I'd seen you.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, is that like the majority of the time, like when I see you, you don't appear like you're comfortable on stage, and like it's more like I get the the introverted thing, but I just have a hard time connecting with you when you're on stage. But that was like the first time I saw you commit to the whole thing. I saw you like comfortable, and I was like, oh, your jokes are landing. Yay! And I was really happy for you.
Thank you.
So I was like, I know Johnny's in there. Like, I was like, that's a good joke. That's a good one-liner. Like, why isn't this like translating? And then finally. So.
I have lost for words.
Oh, did I make Johnny cry?
No, but no, but thank you though. Thank you. Cause yeah, I do. The last couple weeks, I think it's the one beer trick. Cause the last couple weeks I've been doing pretty good. I mean, personally, I'll say when I did horrible, but the last couple weeks been doing pretty good. So that's good that the presence is getting there, working on it. All right. What was the other categories you were judging? Presence,
if you went over time, jokes.
Okay, let's talk about the jokes then.
Okay.
What do you remember from your?
I don't remember people's bits. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
What did you?
What do you remember as far as like when you were grading me? Like, what were your thoughts? Do you remember roughly?
I remember that you had jokes that landed with me. So the fact that you had a full thought, you finished the thought, you had a clear punchline. It was that type of thing.
Okay. I wish I knew what joke it was so I can dissect it.
Well, it was the bits. So it was the introverted one talking about dating. Like it was the ones that you're doing right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
It's good.
Cool. Yeah, and those are really old jokes. Like I think. No, the introvert's not that old. The introvert's like just before the shutdown.
Okay.
Like when Taylor Tomlinson is, whatever her last name is, like she
Tomlinson.
had, when she had her new special and she was making an introvert joke, that was like the day it came out and I watched it. I was like, damn it, I just wrote it this morning.
Yeah.
So I had to change it up.
Yeah. I remember Dulce Sloan has a joke about winter being her season, her hoe season. I'd literally just written something about summer, and I finally saw it and I was like, God damn it.
I know, right? Ugh.
It's so much better than me too.
Why they gotta be so good?
Shit.
Yeah. So those are. So I definitely, because I know it takes practice. You gotta tell your jokes until you find the rhythm, you find your voice that goes with it, all the punchlines and the tags. So I do definitely give credit to the fact that they're older jokes, and I've told them before, and in my head it's kind of like, all right, let's get this out the way. Versus the new ones where I'm like, is this gonna work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's super. I mean, yeah, but you also have to find ways to, because there was another guy who was he was so rehearsed, and that he was an older guy. I think he was talking about like paralegal stuff.
Oh, no, I don't know. I was inside.
Okay.
I went to join my friends. I was a bad spectator.
Because there's an element of spontaneity that I think most people, we know that bits are rehearsed. We absolutely know that we're talking about this stuff people are constantly writing on stage but there's an element of spontaneity that I think people want with stand up.
Yeah, and that's what I've mentioned this. I've said it a bunch of times. Like I want to feel like I'm just up there talking, because then people are just thinking like, "Oh man, that's so funny."
Right.
And you're right. There's some people who do it very scripted and like it's like a TED talk.
Yeah, exactly. And I can watch a TED talk by myself. I don't necessarily like, and there are funny parts in TED talks. That's great. It's just this is stand up, and there's an element. Like if something happens, you want somebody to be able to react to it, as opposed to like knowing that it's going to completely derail like everything that they're saying. Yep. So yeah, you want to know that somebody like appears like they could be like quick on their feet.
Yeah. I know that's also something I'm not 100% on. Every now and then I do catch something, and if I roll with it, I'm in the zone. But it's just that right comment. So being able to think quick, being quick on your feet. I got it. Being quick on your feet. it's practice, crowd work, practice. It's you're right, because you have the bits. We practice them so many times, and we said it so many times, and you're on stage, and then all right, one more time, and then you get out the zone because you make a comment, but then you can go back to it because you've done it so many times. It's like a conversation. You diverge. But back to the conversation.
Right. Exactly. So stand up is hard. It's an art form. It really is.
It's hard.
And it's not for everybody.
It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. I mean, there's long nights.
Long nights.
Which aren't bad.
Yeah.
Usually
fun.
Yeah. There's I guess your ego gets crushed sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah.
But
it's not horrible.
It's not horrible.
But it's definitely not easy.
No.
All right. What else were you grading on?
So what else did I say? So jokes if they landed, and that was the first time that like you've never so jokes landing, because again that's part of like the connecting with the audience thing. Like the audience wants to connect with you, and if they're having a hard time connecting with you, they're not going to laugh at you, which is what you want. So when you connect with them, then they're going to be like, oh yay, and then they're going to laugh at you.
Right. Definitely, because I know I would sometimes speed through it. So I say the punchline, but I'm still like, I don't give them time to react, to catch up, and I'm already on to the next one.
Yeah. You need to have a pause. You need to, even if it's something that you have to like remember to do, like if somebody is laughing, you need to give them time to laugh. It needs to marinate.
Yep. So that's definitely, I think I did pretty good on that night with my pauses. I let them laugh. I hope. I don't think I let them laugh too long.
No.
But I definitely believe I let them laugh long enough to get the joke. All right, let's go on to the next.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because in like transitions, like that's something like I always write out like a set list, like before I do something. So I have like my tag, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this joke, and I always try to like figure out how to make it seamless, even though it's not always, because I'm not there yet. But I'm trying. Like that's something I'm trying. I'm working on it, And occasionally when you do get like that seamless transition, and like you can still talk while like people are laughing, it's great. But it's also when you have more time as opposed to 5 minutes. Yeah,
those 5 minutes does make it tough, because I think I only got a couple bits that are full 5 minute long. And even now, like after telling them so much, I cut, gotta cut the fat out or whatever.
Yeah,
they're down to like 2 minutes, and then you just want to make them longer or whatever. And that's 5 minutes is. For right now, it's kind of a long time to be on stage for me.
Okay.
But when you write something and then you're like, it's 5 minutes enough to go through it. Oh, let me cut it down. Oh, it's too short.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with 5 minutes because, like, hey, 5. Like, I don't think like you tell me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Like, I'm fine with 5 minutes. I get the light at 4. Cool. I'm done.
Yeah.
I do a 10-minute thing and then I'm like. I feel like I'm been here for 5 minutes, and I'm like, when is it over? Like I don't. I mean, I have like 10 minutes of material, but I'm not at the point where I can like just 5 minutes. Let's go, keep going. It's not. That's.
Yeah.
I'm not seamlessly. What's
Transition from bit to bit to bit.
It's weird because like if it's only 5 minutes, I can do a 2-minute one and a 2-minute one.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's 10 minutes, I can do a 2-minute one, 2-minute one, and then after that 5-minute mark, it's like theoretically,
so you're comfortable with 5.
Yeah.
You're not comfortable doing anything over.
No.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I think it's a purely mental thing. Because once I hit that 5 mark, my brain's like, dude, we've been up here. Like, get off. Like, I'm not. It's weird because I never thought about like that till now. Like,
yeah. Well, because I mean, like you like go to mics all the time. Like you go to mics, you go to shows. Like that's what you do, and that's what you're trained to do is 5 minutes. But you want to get to the point where you can do 10, 15. Like yeah. The first like. Well, okay. I guess there wasn't the first competition I ever did. Oh my god. There was one in Reno. That was the one that it was the competition mic. So it was at this bar called 3rd Street. It was great. It was every Wednesday. And, however many comics would go up, whoever won that night would then the next week get a 15-minute spot. Ooh. So they were the feature. And it was great. Like, that was great, like, to know the first time I won, I was not prepared.
For the feature set.
Yeah. I was not. I did it. Like, I got through it and muscled through. I was getting over being sick. It was like July of 2017, and I was so happy. I was so happy because it beat Matt Wiegand.
Okay, so, sickness aside, why did you say you weren't ready for it?
Because I was only I wasn't even a year in.
Okay.
I was just getting to a year. And granted, it felt amazing to win, but getting through that 15 minutes was hard.
Okay, so let's dig. Okay, so what about those 15 minutes was hard? Did you have 15 minutes of material?
I mean, I'd written stuff, but it wasn't good.
Okay. Right.
I had material, but that's the thing was it good material? No.
Okay. All right. That's a good point because that's what the mics are for, right? We gotta. Right. That joke did not work. Let me get rid of it or I don't know, make it work. I don't know.
Yeah. They also give you a bar tab.
Hey.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, $25. I'm poor. Let's do this.
That's like a good plan. I wish. Yeah.
But it was. I mean, it was fun. Like I miss that aspect.
Yeah. It's very quiet without the mics. Mm-hmm. It's very quiet, loneliness. I mean, we only got 2.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it like? I don't know. Mondays and Fridays. Well, and now Tuesday, so that's something.
So hopefully, I don't know what is gonna happen with Sisolak's thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It was 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been how many now? It's I just want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I don't like working from home.
I love working from home just because I can be a goblin.
There's really not much for me to do from home.
Okay.
So then that bothers me because I don't want to I feel bad to get paid and not really do anything. I got conscious still, so
take that money.
Oh, I do. I'm not saying hey, don't pay me. I'm just saying I feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
I feel a little bad. I feel a little bad.
Any kind of corporate structure, if you can work smarter, which means less work, or get your shit done in minimum amount of time and then still get paid for the amount of time that you're supposed to be there, you should do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been weird because even when I was in the Army, the days we just sat around doing nothing, I'm like, this is dumb. We get paid for doing nothing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, I'm just weird, I guess. I want to earn my money, I guess.
And you do. The days when you actually are busy.
That's true. That's the days I'm busy. I'm like, all right, this is why I had 3 weeks of nothing for 1 hour busy work. All right. Fair. That's a good point.
Yeah. See?
That's a good
Justifications.
point. Yep. Nice. I'm going to go to work and be like, yo, I'm not going to work for 3 weeks, but I'm going to get paid. When I come back, there's going to be 1 day.
1 day.
That's
where
right.
it's hell.
No, they'll probably be like, no, you're going to work every day. We'll find something for you to do.
I don't know. Like, I like working from home just because, like, I like being in an office when you have to wake up early, deal with other people, and then, you know, figure out ways to not work and not get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah, very true.
Whereas, like, I can work from home. I can have TV on or music on or whatever. And, like, I'm still getting my stuff done.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, I mean, I clock into work at 6:30, and I wake up at, like, 6:31. So I'm like, I gotta hurry up and clock in. So, I mean, that's a nice feature. Like, I'm still in bed. I'm not dressed. Now that I got a haircut, I don't have to worry about fixing my hair.
See, now you can't do that joke. I remember that joke.
No, actually, I can do that joke.
Okay.
I have to be different. I have to be like, because when I do that part where I'm like, well, I'm not gay. Like, I did have my hair color for a little bit, and then I'll just continue to, like, you know, that's just to let them know I'm, you know, emotionally available.
Yeah.
So I just can't point to it and be like, I know you look at my hair.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a past tense joke now.
Okay. All right.
I thought about that when I was like, if I cut my hair, I can't do that joke. But I figured it out.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
what we comics do.
Figure stuff out. And how to use it and beat it like a dead horse.
Yes. But not, though, because horses are cool.
Yeah. Don't beat horses.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the competition because I don't think we finished all the grading topics.
Okay.
Okay. Energy was one of them.
Yeah.
Said.
So again, that's another thing that it all connects. Like, this is like the whole performance connects. So your energy, that was something, it felt like you were connected. So you were connected to this performance that you were doing. You actually, like, yes, you're introverted, and so there's like a level of low energy that you can do, but it's still stage energy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like stage health. So even if you know that, don't go out when you're sick. Now, don't do that now. But if you are sick and you're in, you know, you had a show booked, and you know, maybe your tummy's not feeling good, you still can make it through however long on stage and pretend that you're healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Very true. I do remember now that you meant, like, when I first did the introvert jokes, I did it in an introvert style, like all quiet, like.
Right.
And it kind of worked, but it was very. Because I get what you're saying, like we're connecting. Like, it was to the point where it's like, there's no energy at all. This is really. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because if you're just gonna, like, they're like, even Mitch Hedberg or crap, I can't think of his name. But he had like the anyone who's monotone, because you're already going to be perceived as having no energy.
Yeah.
You have to make up for it in either your stage presence or how you're delivering. And even if you are doing jokes about being introverted, like, you can have that character, but you still have to commit to it.
Yeah.
And you still have to make people want to watch you.
Yeah.
And that's part of the energy, is like having like that, I belong to be here. Like, I deserve it. I belong. I got it. Pay attention to me.
You gotta fake it. You gotta fake it. Cause yeah, I don't know. Like, at first, when I first wrote those jokes, it was like, well, I'm gonna sound like an introverted guy, but you don't have to do that. You know, like, make the point across in the jokes. You know, I make the point about, like, you know, like, you're probably thinking, like, how am I doing this if I'm introverted? Because I got alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And alcohol, and like having a microphone is like a kind of like a fourth wall between, or like being on stage or whatever, like however you do comedy, because sometimes it's just on the floor of a pizza place. You know, that's the way that you can present yourself, but then still have your character, you know?
I will say with the energy, though, presence and everything, I will say a big shout out to Ryan for that. That's the live studio audience. No, because honestly, like, yeah, because I was doing those jokes where everyone's coming back out. I did that joke. And obviously you want people to say, hey, you're funny. And, you know, a little bit of praise. And the audience is something like, oh, man, you were funny. That's cool, you know?
Yeah.
But I did pretty good that night. And I remember Ryan, he actually said, hey, man, that was really good. That was probably one of your better sets. So if I make it, it's all going to be because of him, you know?
Yeah.
That boost.
Yeah. Good.
So, yeah, encourage your friends.
Encourage them.
Yeah, but don't lie to them. If they suck, they suck.
Be honest.
Yeah. All right.
Kiss them very gingerly on the forehead.
Okay. All right. What else were you grading? So time wasn't an issue with me.
No.
We did energy, presence. We did the jokes. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I rattled off other things, but they all kind of merged together.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
It's a learning process, man.
It's a learning. It's very insightful too. Like you should ask for your feedback. I feel like you should ask someone like, hey, what do you think I failed on? Actually, the first time I did comedy, the first wasn't even an open mic. It was a competition. Actually, it was.
You madman.
Oh yeah. It was at Happy Earth.
Okay.
It was like August or something, doing this golden mic thing, challenge. And I was like at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. So this was like during the post divorce stuff. So I'm like, what am I doing in my life, you know? And like, I want, just like everybody else, I always want to do comedy. And it was 2 a.m. I saw the Facebook. It was like an ad or something. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna sign up for it. And I wrote a bit that same night.
Okay.
So like at 3 a.m. or whatever. And then later that night, that same day, I went and told those jokes. And it was like in a competition.
How'd you do?
I think I placed 3rd out of 4.
Hey.
So.
It's still 3rd.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, but there's the key, like, commonality. Go through a horrible breakup. Be either 30 or almost 30.
Yeah, you gotta have a trauma.
And then start comedy.
Yeah, you gotta have a trauma, and you gotta do it late. Anyone who's had trauma when you were young. Envy you. Envy you. Especially like all those famous ones are like only in their mid-20s. You know, and you're like how bad was your life? Like, how did you do this?
A lot of them didn't really have trauma, I think, probably.
I mean, probably not, but what did they do? Like, how did they...
An epic belief in themselves.
That too. I mean, if you got it, you got it. You
know?
If you got it, you got it. Okay. I'm not going to argue that, but still. What did you do?
I know.
Because it is weird to wonder, like I said, like I mentioned Taylor, she's like only 26.
Yeah. Bitch.
Like how long has she been doing this for? Like if she's been doing it for 8 years, like, you know, we'll say like, let me start right out of high school. Which I don't think that's the case with her. I forget. I don't know.
I think she was in high school.
Okay, so all right, damn it. So yeah, so she's like, damn.
Yeah.
And then like Pete Davidson, he's like 26 also. I know he started like at 14 or something. Like what was I doing at 14? Like I could have, if I started this like 14, I'd be 16 years in now. I might be featuring, like who knows what I could be.
Yeah. Been talking about like AIM chats.
Yeah, I know. Oof. I wonder if I can do an old retro joke. Actually, what was I? I'm working on some new stuff.
Okay, good.
I'm working on some new stuff. It might be a little offensive if I don't do this right, though.
Offensive to what?
To a group of people.
What type of people?
The kind I don't want to say out loud. It's not like a horrible bad thing, but like,
okay.
If I just don't, like, if I mess up and I don't say the right lines in it,
okay,
it'll come off bad.
Okay,
'Cause
so you have to have that joke nailed before you actually do it.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say nailed. I'll try it out the open mics.
Would you get punched in the face for doing it?
No, but people will be like, dude, why you're kind of stupid? Like that's because there's like the idea and the one line I have. All right, to me, it's like, oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
But there's not enough to like build a whole a thing yet, because
Okay.
there's not enough of it to build it. But I don't think I'll get. I would not get punched in the face for it. It would just be more like that's kind of stupid.
Okay. So, but the one line is worth that. It's kind of stupid.
I feel like it is.
So if you can get it to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you if it's kind of stupid.
I know it's kind of stupid. Like the train of thought for it is kind of stupid. Like that's kind of a stupid thought, but
yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
All right. I mean, that's the other thing is that like all comedy is getting other people's thoughts and hearing different perspectives, which is something that we all need.
Yeah, very true, very true. Because you don't know until you hear. Like, there's so many stuff that's come back to me after hearing other people's sets. I'm like, oh, you know what? I had something kind of like that. Yeah. I should write it down though. I always forget. Like when it pops in my head, I forget.
I carry a notebook with me everywhere.
I don't like to do the notebook thing. I'm using my phone a lot more these days. I'm using the notes in there to write down whatever thought or something I had.
I don't like my phone as much, even though like it would be easier to have, like, especially to like record your own sets and do all that stuff. But I don't like jokes on my phone.
I like reading them. Or I don't know. I'm on my phone. Like I said, I'm always fidgeting, so I'm already on there. I'm already competition stuff. I'm just reading my jokes on there.
Okay.
And then I usually rewrite them out like how I say it, because what I write and how I say it are different. So I usually like rewrite like I don't actually say the word and or whatever in the joke. I just say something whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Whatever works.
Voice memo.
That I definitely need to do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of tips and tricks. A lot of tips
from people who are very young.
Yeah.
We were still technically baby comics.
Especially me. I mean, I'm technically, like, if you don't count COVID, I've only been doing this 4 or 5 months. So, yeah.
3 years.
Yeah. All right. So that's a recap on competitions. Don't take it too personal.
Don't take it personally.
It might hurt, but you know what? Do it again. Just do it again. Go back to those mics.
Like, get up there and do it.
Yeah, I personally want to keep doing it so I can win one of these days and just be like, So yeah, keep doing it. Keep going on the mics. Keep writing. When you invite people out to the shows, just you should just. I don't do it, but yeah, you should just invite people.
Invite people.
But make sure they don't have a wedding to go to.
Okay, the wedding people were fine.
No, they knew. They knew ahead of time they had a wedding. No excuses. They knew.
No, the wedding people were fine.
No, but they knew.
Everyone else was
fine.
Shit.
Fine. Yeah, go support your friends. You newbies. Yeah, definitely go out there, watch the shows, write, do competitions at your pace. Any tips, advice, any advice you could have given yourself 4, 8, whatever years ago you want to claim?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get up there. Believe in yourself. Don't let your imposter syndrome creep up on you. You have every right to be somewhere as anybody else. Let's see. Follow through with your shit. And figure it out and actually do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And Sonic, if you're listening, just hit me up.
Yeah.
I'll tag you. I don't feel good. All right. Thank you.